As we all know by now, the HTC One is a beautiful device. Its stainless steel shell has a nice cold feel to the touch, the rounded back sits in your palm like a charm, and you have to say this gunmetal color is the best of them all. But I generally don't put cases on any of my devices, especially this brand new HTC One because it's so beautiful. But when the same company makes a case for their own device, you have to at least take a peek. So here's the case HTC made. It's called the dot view case because, well, the front cover is covered by little holes called dots. The idea is similar to the Samsung flip cover where you have a little tiny window, but instead of a window you have a bunch of dots. Now this case does come in a few colors including gray, red, blue, and it costs $49.99. Putting on the case is really easy. It basically just snaps onto the back of the phone and covers the front of the phone with the cover. As a case, it feels really well made. It also adds a lot of grip to the HTC One because the phone is actually a quite slippery device thanks to the stainless steel construction. Now the plastic HTC used does not make the case feel cheap, but it does add a big size and a big load to the HTC One itself, which already was not the thinnest device. But what happens to the display when you put this case on is where the magic happens. The reason why it's not called the dot case instead of a dot view case is because it's actually made for functionality. For example, you can do the same double tap feature on the HTC One with this case on, and you'll get this really cool dot view mode where you'll see the date, time, and current weather conditions. Also, if you wait a couple seconds, the current temperature information will switch from weather to temperature. You can also swipe from the top of this display to activate HTC's voice search, and that will let you call, search, and send messages. But it's sad to see Google Now is not integrated. Actually, let me scratch that. It's not only Google Now. It's nothing from Google that's integrated with this dot view case. It's all HTC software. One last thing that is super helpful for this sort of case is the ability to answer or reject calls without opening the case. So I'm basically getting a phone call from myself and I can slide up to answer or slide down to reject, and it also gives you a really nice glance of who's calling you. Now on to the not so great things. The dot view case seems pretty durable, but durable does not mean scratch proof. Just the past 4 days here in Los Angeles, I've already had a couple decent scratches on the left side of this case. Also, the flip cover is really stiff, and you really can't use this device one-handed or the cover will just flip back onto the display. One last thing that Lou from Unbox Therapy mentioned to me is the position of the volume rocker is odd. It really should be on the left side, but since the case will cover it, it still remains to be on the opposite right side. For $50, it's expensive. It's really expensive, but it adds a really cool feature of using your phone while a case is covering the display. Is it worth $50? Is it worth covering up a beautifully made device with this plastic? Probably not. But HTC did make a gimmick case not really gimmicky. Well, thanks for watching today's video. Make sure to hit that like button for the video, leave us a comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. My name is Marco Hannon, and I'll see you guys in the next video.